Hey, what's up you guys? It's Alfonso here, and welcome to another video. In this video, I wanted to chat about the recent breaking news that was released today. I think it was today, this is when it came out, or yesterday. It might have been today. And that is the Transformers Cinematic Universe is confirmed to be over. And the Bumblebee movie is going to continue. However, the Transformers 6 in 2019 that we were expecting has been canceled. And I know a lot of people are feeling different emotions. Some people are feeling shock, some people are feeling upset, some people are happy and relieved. And I understand the different array of emotions and why people feel certain ways. And you have a right to feel the way you do about this franchise, no matter what it is. But I do want to take this opportunity to express what I think and how I feel, because you guys know I've been following this franchise all my life. I was there when it started, and I'm here when it ended. So now the franchise in general, as we know, is not going to end. You know, it may possibly be rebooted in the future. But the Transformers live-action Michael Bay films are over, and that's what we're discussing today. So, yeah, this news actually broke. Transformers World 2005 and Cybertron.com both announced it. It was a statement from the CEO of Hasbro, Brian Goldner, who basically said that, you know, the Bayverse films are going to be over. You know, after the B movie, that's really all we're going to see, and that's going to be it. So ultimately, Transformers The Last Night, you know, it's safe to say that The Last Night was the final chapter. It was the last part of the story. It was not a continuation to come from that, which kind of leaves some fans upset, because we had an end-credit scene for The Last Night. We had the scene with Quintessa telling the I guess it was a scientist, how, you know, to destroy Unicron, and we were expecting to see what was going to happen next in 2019. You know, how were they going to implement Unicron into a live-action franchise and have him be the center of the story. We were waiting for that. We were expecting that. And that is confirmed to not happen. So, what do I think? You know, I mean, obviously my initial reaction was disappointment. I'm gonna be honest. My initial reaction was disappointment. The reason why is not because, you know, this franchise, you know, was like, you know, so perfect. It's not the reason why. The reason why I was disappointed is because I followed this franchise. I was there when it started. You know, I got the first impressions of when this franchise began, when it initially began. I went to the movies for the first time to see the first film, and then, you know, this franchise, the Michael Bay films, is what made me a fan of Transformers in general. This is what made me the YouTuber I am. This is what brought me to this point, is those films. It's just the attraction that I had to those films really brought me here. And so to hear that it's not going to continue, and it's only going to be short-lived with, you know, 5 movies, I was like, what? Because there was no way of me knowing this in advance, or anybody else knowing this in advance. This was something that strictly broke recently, and that nobody would really have expected. But there's nothing we can do, ultimately. And I know a lot of you guys are trying your best to fight this and to combat this, and I appreciate that. I appreciate your effort. It's, you know, I mean, I admire your ability to collect a group of people to try to fight for something you believe in and for a cause, and that's great. And I really think you guys should continue to follow that pattern in your lives for different things. But in this particular case, I think that in order for them to make this, they're gonna need more than just a collection of people saying they want it. So in my view, I could be 100% wrong, but just from what I see, a group of people saying we want this is not going to really influence them to do it, because there's a lot that goes into doing it, and they need more than that to get it started. They need finances, they need legal stuff, they need ideas, they need so many things to make another film that the chances of them going back on their word again would be very slim. So I know you guys are fighting for it, and you should fight for what you believe in and fight for what you love, but I personally believe this is pretty solid. They're not gonna budge on this, and that's something that we have to accept as fans. We have to accept wherever this direction goes. So I believe that this is it for the Bayfers. This is it for the Bayformers movies. This is it for the cinematic universe. This is where the final chapter is concluded. This is where the line is drawn. So where do we go from here is basically what this is about. Where do we go from here? What is the future looking like? And I think that's kind of what upsets a lot of people, is they don't know what's coming. They don't know what's next. They don't know what to expect. You know, it's like the fear of the unknown. And so what I want to say, guys, this is how I feel. Yes, I was upset initially, but I am still optimistic about this franchise, because I believe that the people that are in control of this franchise know what they're doing. They have the best of this franchise at heart. They know that this franchise has potential. They know what they can make with this franchise. They know if they have to combine this with other movies or other universes, they will do that to make it work. I think that this franchise is not dead. The Bayformers are gone, but the franchise is not dead. The franchise is far from dead. So that's what my hope is. I don't know for sure. None of us do. But my hope is that it just improves the franchise and grows it. That's my hope. That's my wish. That's my only request. Let it flourish. You know, let it grow and let it change for the better. And I think it's possible. So I just want to encourage you guys, do not fret, do not panic, do not be upset. This is something that happens to a lot of franchises. This is something that happens when directors leave. Things like this happen. But we have to accept it, move on, and hope for the best. So that's what I kind of wanted to pattern the topic of this video, is just hope. Hope for the best. Hope is still alive. And I kind of want to see where it's going to go. I'm excited for a change. To close off this video, I don't want to make it too long. I just want to kind of tell you guys how I feel about it. To close this off, I do want to pattern this circumstance in general to something that I believe is very profound, and that is a quote from Optimus Prime. Of course, you guys know Optimus has the best quotes. Optimus said a quote at the end of Transformers Prime, the end of another great series. And he said, you know, above all, do not lament my absence, for in my spark I know that this is not the end, but merely a new beginning. You guys know what he said. Simply put, another transformation. And I think that 100% correlates with this situation, because in my heart I know this is not the end of the franchise. This is not the end. This is not like, you know, we're not gonna have any more Transformers anything. But it's merely a new beginning. A reboot is a redo, it's a do-over. It's a new beginning. And simply put, another transformation. So ultimately what we're experiencing, our franchise, the Transformers franchise, is experiencing a transformation. It's transforming into something different. And all we can do is hope that that different is better. So that's all I really have to say. There's a lot of positive and negative things that can come from this, but all we can do as fans is hope. And I think that hope is alive. And I think that if we keep our eyes on positivity, the positive aspect of this, it's not going to emotionally affect us as bad. And I think we'll be able to move on and still enjoy this franchise as we always have. And, you know, you never know. Maybe some of us in this franchise who grow up when we get older may transform our career into working on the Transformers film, and maybe we may bring something back and make something awesome. You know, I would love to work on a Transformers movie in terms of like actually like directing it, or like a big major part, or acting in it. I would love to have that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would love that too. And I know a lot of YouTubers on YouTube would love to be a part of this franchise. So we're all young, you know. When we grow up, we can make our careers patterned after that and shoot for that, and we can make some crazy awesome stuff. How do you think Michael Bay got into it? How do you think Peter Cullen got into it? It's Shia LaBeouf. They had to grow their career, become that kind of person, and try, you know? All you can do is try. So you never know what the future holds, and so all I want to do is encourage you guys that the future can be positive. And I believe it will. We're going to keep our eyes on the news, and I'm going to provide you guys with the latest updates as usual. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, and if not, then, you know, cool. And if you're new, please subscribe and support what I do. If you want to donate, I got all that stuff in the link below, and that's it for today. My name is Alfonso, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.